Hello, beautiful people, and thanks so much for watching us here on Great Day Louisiana. I'm Malik Mingo, as always. I hope you are doing well today. Look, sit back and relax because we have a great show for you all today. We've got food, we've got a preview of Essence Fest 2026, and we are celebrating Pride Month, which is happening right now. But first, everybody, we are beginning with a health and wellness moment, courtesy of our partners over at Louisiana Blue. Listen, the kids are out of school for the summer, and our first guest today says now is the perfect time to schedule those wellness checkups and make sure all those shots are up to date. Let's learn more about what we need to know from Dr. Tracy Lemelle. She's a pediatrician and the medical director for Louisiana Blue. Welcome to the show.
Hi, it's so nice to be here.
So nice to meet you as well.
First time. I'm excited.
First time, and hopefully not the last time, because look, there's a lot to talk about here. And you know, first things first, it is obvious. Why is the summer a great time for kids to go get their checkups? Because they're out of school. They have nothing but space and opportunity. But I like how it's also an opportunity to get ahead of it before the back-to-school season. So if something comes up, the parents can address it.
Absolutely. Everybody knows when school is going to start, despite what they may say when they make that last-minute appointment.
Right.
So get it done early so you beat the rush. You're not trying to squeeze an appointment when everybody else is trying to squeeze an appointment. And the upside is, in the summer, fewer kids are sick.
Right.
So you can go to the pediatrician's office without worrying about catching something while you're there for a well visit. So there are shorter lines, there's more appointment availability. Doctors are happy because there are fewer people in there.
Absolutely.
And they can actually spend more time with you too, because it's not crazy.
It's so true. I love that so much, and that's so true because during school years, you know, sometimes kids are like petri dishes, right?
Right.
And then they come home, and then the parents get sick, the grandparents get sick, then the whole house is sick, and we don't want that to happen. That's why it's important to get that checkup ahead of time. It's also important to know, Dr. Lemelle, that different age groups need different types of checkups.
Absolutely. Kids less than 2 need to be seen more frequently because the amount of development that a child has between birth and 2 is tremendous. So you want to keep up with their weight, their height, their milestones, make sure they're developing the way they should correctly. And if you have any questions, that's the time.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's also the time when kids get a lot of illnesses, particularly kids in daycare. They get a lot of illnesses, and it frightens parents, quite frankly. They're little, they're small, and there's stuff going on that they're like afraid of little people. Big people are always afraid of little people, oddly enough.
I'm a big person afraid of big people, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes the little people, depending on their age, because when they get to a certain age group, ooh, they becoming adults, you know what I'm saying? And then after age 2, it becomes once a year.
Once a year, unless your child has some other chronic illnesses. Okay. So if they have asthma, for example, they may need to be seen more than once a year just to make sure that everything is going well.
It is so important that we get these checkups. When it comes to the checkup, what does it typically look like? So parents out there know to make sure the pediatrician is asking the right questions and checking the right things.
So we do the things you expect us to do. We get their height, we get their weight, they get their blood pressure. We talk about vaccinations and shots if they need them. We also ask parents about child's development, all around development. So not just when they walk and when they talk, but things like, how's school going? What's their friend group like? Are they having a hard time with friend groups? What's their social media interaction? Did anybody move into the house? Did anybody move out of the house?
Oh, they're getting all up in our business.
Absolutely, more than any other specialty, we get in your business.
But it's important.
Exactly, because if we know what's going on in the house, we know also how the child is developing, if it's a good environment for them, and what adjustments to make if they need something different.
It's so important, not only the physical, but the mental health as well. Now, say something comes up in the examination and you know parents, my kids are the best kids. That's what they all say. How do they not freak out if for some reason their blood pressure gets too high, or maybe they do develop asthma or something like that?
So first of all, when something is found, we talk about it in and out, and to a ridiculous extent, meaning that when you go to the cardiologist, they're going to talk about your heart, and adult doctors may use language that is difficult to understand. Pediatricians are used to talking to kids, and we can't use that same language. So we are going to break it down in every way possible so that the whole family understands what's going on, what questions to ask, what to look for, when to be worried. Not every condition needs an immediate treatment right then and there, but you need to know when to be worried. So we're really good about trying to explain when those moments are.
And when you get ahead of it, like during the summertime, then a treatment plan, if one is needed, can then be created so that before they go back to school, they have all the things that they need.
And you know what to do if something goes sideways in school.
And it will. Okay, hello. And when it comes to shots, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of debate about that right now. Talk to your pediatrician.
Absolutely. Do not get all of your medical advice from the internet.
Right.
There's some good information out there, but there's also some misleading and absolutely wrong information out there. If you have concerns, go to your doctor, speak with your doctor. That's why we know you and your family, because we know because we've made this relationship, we know what's important to you and where your values are, and we can speak to those things.
And it's so important that we get this, so much so that if you have health care, right, little to no cost when it comes to a checkup and or getting shots.
Absolutely. Well visits are covered at $0.
Amen.
Or very low copay, but either way, you flip over your insurance card, you can call ahead of time before you go so you know what to expect when you get there from a payment standpoint.
So important. Share this information whether you have kids or not. Let's keep our kids healthy because at the end of the day, health is wealth. Dr. Lemelle, you did it! Thank you so much for being here. Come on, medical director and pediatrician. Look, everybody, if you all have more questions about checkups and immunizations, log on to lablue.com or follow them on social media. They have a lot of great advice there. That's a social media you can actually listen to. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, everybody, we're just getting started on the show today. Like I mentioned, we have lots of fun planned. We've got royalty hanging out in our LSMC Health Wellness Lounge. Miss Louisiana has stopped by to talk about the end of her reign and the upcoming competition to the new crown this weekend. She will join us for a conversation right after the break. Stay right there.